RCHUB International Foundation for Research and Education, and ISO certified.
For the third day of this workshop of XAI tool. So last class, I think on the first day, we have discussed about XAI tool using line. The second day, we have discussed without SAP with the same XAI techniques. And today, this session is mainly focusing on ELI5. As yesterday, we have described about ELI5 techniques. So when I come for ELI, it is called as explainable IM5. So I want to give the concepts such that the person who is at the age of 5, like that, you can understand that I am like 5. So I want to clear explanations about this. So before going to this session, before I'm going to start my session, last class, I think some of the participants, they are asking a classification that, sir, whether it is possible for us to generate an image analysis using XI. Of course, I prompt that since I don't have an awareness, today I will give the session. Of course, there is a one journal, it's in the website, so that you can go through the website also. So explainable artificial intelligence of XI in deep learning based on medical image analysis. And there are a lot of papers out there. I've gone through various papers. So this is the one of the paper. I'm not suggesting, I'm saying that there is a topics available in medical image analysis using XI. And you can see this XI concepts. So it is mainly focusing on SI with all the models and explanation. And this is about a model based. So two things we have discussed. Whenever we are discussing about XI, one, it is called model agnostic or something you can spell like that. And another one, it is called at a model specific. Which model you're going to make it specific and which model it is called as agnostic. Since you can see we are giving a black box. So always the black box reflects the customer mind. So what the customer will be, how the customer mind will be, whether all the 3 days the customer mind will be same or different. So what happen if I give the inputs to the black box and what is the outcome of the black box? So this is the concept of black box, how we have to generate the code and we have to generate the model with the help of XI. Since one participant asked the question, is it possible for us to implement image analysis using XI? Of course, I have given the paper, not only 22 paper, there are a lot of papers are available. And you can show that the background approaches, how they make it. And you can see these are all the parameters of various authors. How many authors? I've given all the concepts you can see in my screen. This is the one paper which gives a clear descriptions about all the concepts, including line, including XAI, and all the attributes, whether it is a model based or post hoc or model specific or model agnostic or global or local. So this is the one author who has done the researches. Of course, I have not done anything. Just I have taken the content from the internet and I given this explanation. So this is what here, and you can see this is about image analysis with the help of three things. One, it is of visual, another one is of textual, another one is of example-based explanation. So even though if you give a visual explanation or even though if you give a textual explanation, which one will be very higher, you can see that all the three graph level is there. Suppose I'm going to give all the descriptions in a description with an example or with a textual explanation or a visual explanation. So all the three categories which is coming under the XAI concept. So this is about here, which I've been shown from the papers which has been asked queries yesterday at the end of the session. So this is what you can see that how far all the images, everything is related with images only, X-rays or CT scans or PET CT scans, all those things are here. So these are all coming under the grace. And so this is the thing can be used here. So this is what very important thing when you go for the XAI concepts. Not only line, not only shape, even XLI is also here allowed here. So these all the contents I am showing here. Of course, you can go through the papers also. You can see I've shown the authors of the paper. So if you have a free time, so you can go and download this paper. It is freeware only. And you can see it is an explainable artificial intelligence in deep learning based on a medical image analysis. And as usual, it is a Springer Journal of Science Direct. So this is about the queries which asked by the participants yesterday. And we will move on to today's session. So today's session, I will come here with my presentation of XAI. So once again, we can go here. Now, today we are mainly focusing on ELI, that is of explainable I am 5. So this is the concept of ELI. Of course, yesterday we have discussed. Once again, I will go with fast in order to, if the new participants are there, they must know that what is the thing is coming under here. Just 1 second, please. Sorry for the interruption. Now, we can see that this is about here. We are coming here with the two, as usual, we have discussed here with an artificial intelligence and here, explainable model. The very important thing is you should understand that the very important thing it is of model agnostic explanation or agnostic explanation, which means that the algorithm which is generated is going to predict by themselves and it is going to reveal the results, and that is what it is about agnostic model. And yesterday we have discussed, on the first day we have discussed about line, the second day we discussed about SAP, and third day we are discussing about explain like I am fine. So today we are mainly focusing on this concept, that is explain like I am a fine, which is easy to understand. Of course, I can use the word easy to understand, but we need a prior knowledge about the coding, either a Python or a C languages we need here. So this is what about the easy to understand, and focus on making a model predictions for a broader audience. And it is also available in Python languages, which is called as ELI5 packages, which will, the tool, underline that, the very important thing is, you should understand that what all the different concepts we have been using this ELI5. One, it is package, another one, it is tool. So you should understand the difference between package and the tool, and what method we are going to implement. Also, you should understand that. I will tell very clearly. What do you mean by package? What do you mean by tool? What do you mean by methods when you come for the program side? So when I say package, it is a container of all the classes that is called as a packages. When I say tool, among which tool I'm going to generate this packages and I'm going to execute this method, which is called as ELI5 methods, right? So this is all the things is needed here in a Python. So next thing, as we have discussed in the previous session, this is about model agnostic. There are a lot of model. See, there are two things models are there. When you come for XAI, which is especially of post hoc method, we can see that one it is of model agnostic method, another one it's called as a model specific method. Of course, model specific, we are going to specify the model. I want a character like this, and I want the input should be like this, and I want the output should be like this. This is called as a model specific. What do you mean by model agnostic? Suppose I want to narrate a stories to the kids. Understand that? I want to narrate a stories to the kids with an animation, so that I want to make a role of the character. And if I say the characters so that the kids can easily understand the characters, if I show the animations. For example, I want to say about a Ramayana or Mahabharata or whatever the stories you want. I want to make a visual representation of Rama or Ravana or whatever the person who is involving in that character. So I'm going to give a clear description in an explanation, and it is going to generate an images in such a way the character should reflect, so that it is very easy for the kids to understand the concepts of the character in order to make a man to a human. That's what all the traditions has been used here. So here also, This model agnostics is going to be held here. I'm going to generate the different types of pattern so that that pattern is going to be implemented here with the consist of model agnostic. What about model specific? I'm going to tell specific thing. These are all the rules has to be followed. These are all the contents has to be followed. So that is what we are saying, that it is called as a model specific. Whereas model agnostics, I can show the character attributes of the person so that it has to be reflected in the images. So that is what it is called as a model agnostics here. Next thing, we are going here. Very important thing, a black box model. Sir, is it important? Yes, of course, important in learning an artificial intelligence with machine learning model. So what is black box? In general, I'm saying that we may not know that what is the mentality of the participants right now. I can say that. What happen if I take the same class in the morning session? What happen if I take the same class in the afternoon session? What happen if I take the same class in the night session? Where the participants can understand and remember the concepts majority. So when you are in pressure, we cannot able to learn and understand. We have to use the pressurized work. Since we are living in the mission world. Always we are looking at the watch and we are running like a human and we are running like a mission and we are working like a mission nowadays. And our competitor is also a AI. So we have to think about the competitor. I may not know after 10 years whether the concerned person will come and take class or AI is going to take class. It is also possible. We can't able to predict it. It is possible within a decade, AA can come and take class. Then why need of human being? There is no need of human being. So there is no need of trainers. The AA can control the entire participants and it is going according to the rule of not model specific. It is mainly focusing on model agnostic tools. So that is what the very important thing is of how this black box is going to be happen here. That is why they are keeping the name. It is called as black boxes. Have you wondered why we are say called that's what? It is always good to have a black box model. What is this black box model? Wherever the participant's mentality changes, automatically the algorithm has to change and they has to reflect and it has to maintain the customer. Ultimately, it has to maintain the customer of the person or customer of the participants. So I have to maintain here. So this is what the thing it is called as a black box. So this black box model is a mission for which a human can only see the input and output. Of course, I can see the input and I just like I'm watching the classroom. 20 participants are there, out of 4 are admin person, remaining 16 persons are watching. That's all I know. 16% is an input and 16% is watching my classes. I may not know how the participants are involved in the techniques which have been taken for the past 3 days. What is the level of knowledge in understanding, in remembering, in applying and analyzing and evaluating and creating these concepts here? So first concept as of Bloom taxonomy, the first one it is called as a remembering. Second one it is called as an understanding. Third one it is called as an analyzing. Fourth one it is applying. Fifth one it is evaluating. And sixth one is creating. So we are the participants want to create a model of black box. Then the participants should understand the K1, which is called as remembering, and K2, which is called as an understanding, and K3, it is called as an analyzing. So once you understand, you can go for analyzing how this black box model is going to helpful in your research work. So once you are analyzing, you can go for applying. Which one you are going to apply? Whether you are going to apply line or whether you are going to apply SAP or whether you are going to apply ELI5 among the 3 XAI techniques, which has been used here with the black box model. So I'm mainly focusing on black box with interoperability. So only three concepts have been taken for the past 3 days so that you can know that. So the mission, look at the last point, the black box model or those mission for which human can see only the input and output and the coding, inside coding, we no need to worry about it. So how about the prediction? What about based on the output, I can understand that these participants have been understanding the level of the content. So this is what the black box model which has been given here. So when I go for here, the next point, you can also need that as a human, we don't have any clue. We cannot be able to find out what this black box inside. A black box is just like a marketing person. Sometimes the product may be in demand, sometimes the product may not be in demand. And we cannot able to predict the movie which is running very effectively or not running. It depends upon the customer mind. It depends upon the viewer mentality. It depends upon the viewer situation. It can be changes. Even though AI is predicted, we can't able to provide it. So this is all the things we have to understand that. So there is no clueless. There is no clue about regarding these black box here. Then what does the machine has done with an input to arise at an output? So you should understand what the machine has done with an input to arrive at the set output. So I'm going to say that if I got the participants, or some participants may be a slow learner, some participants may be an active learner, right? So I'm going to give an input to the machine. If it is slow learner, please make it very clear understanding by giving an example, one or more example in order to understand the concepts. If it is an active learner or very fast learner, I'm not saying that they are dull in knowledge. There is a difference between the only the learning speed. Some learners may be very active, some learners may be very slow in order to abstract the informations. In such a way that if it is a positive learner, then there is a parameter. What all the criteria includes the positive learner? What all the criteria includes the slow learner? So I want to estimate all the parameters includes the positive fast learner and slow learner. And first I have to determine whether he is a fast learner or slow learner. And then where it is coming here, in remembering and understanding, I can able to analyze that, whether he is a fast learner or a slow learner. After understanding or after remembering the criteria of K1 and K2, I can go for analyzing and what all the steps I needed to give it for the fast learner or the slow learners. And these are all the auto-generated methods which is available in line. And if you want to use a SAP, you can use a SAP. Or if you want to use ELI5, you can use an ELI5 in order to get the output. So black box is always hidden. We may not know what is going to be happen, right? That's what. Even now you can see that the cyclone which has been there, which is, we can able to predict maximum, but we cannot able to predict the exact time when it is going to cross us. We can say the predicted time. That's the same thing here also going on. So you can see that we are not aware of how the machine has arrived at a particular solution. Look at very carefully that the fourth point. We are not aware of how the machine has arrived at a particular solution, but we are aware of the model accuracy. The same thing. The cyclone is crosses in the morning session. They told that the cyclone maybe crosses around 1 to 5. In the evening, they are saying that the cyclone has been crosses. That's what. We are not aware of how the machine has arrived at a particular solution. We may not know how the solution has generated, but we are aware of the model accuracy. We can say it with an accuracy, that's all. So there are two choices we are having here. The last 2 points which is coming here. Either we can trust the machine and accept the solution. Either I can depend upon the machine, I can accept and trust it, and I can go for the solution. If not, I have to take a deep dive into the machine in arriving a particular solution. Just like, see, the person, consider that a students of different level of category. Active learner, they can learn it self-learningly and they can get the marks of 90 or 20, 90 or 100. So there is no need of any trainer for the active learner. The trainer is needed for the slow learner to get from 0% to 1%. That is the very biggest task. So I want to make the solution such that the solution is at 0%. I want to come up with the 1% of the solution. So that I want to make a derive with appropriate attributes and appropriate parameters in order to make the content. So these are all the things about the black box is that which is main functionality of model agnostic approaches. And this is coming under the interoperability and the transparency. And this is leads to line or SHAP or ELI. Fine. Now, why this interoperability of ML model is so important? That's very important. You can see that I given on one example. We do not care about how the movie recommended systems make the recommendations for giving it a good accuracy. But we will see that whether this movie is good or not. How will you see? You can see the rating. IMDb rating with 7.8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. So if it is 9, the movie may be good. It's a one kind of prediction. I'm not saying that this is the one kind of, this is a one, is one of the kind of prediction about the movies, which has been retrieved from the customer or from the viewers who has been viewed this movie so far. So this is a one movie recommendation systems. And even when you go for Insta Reels also nowadays, we are using a AI concepts in order to find out the mood of the viewers. And then we are going to predict the appropriate list of Reels to them in order to sustain the viewers in the Instagram app. Like that, most of the apps has been generated, whatever the social media apps are there, most of the apps, they are going here with the prediction and especially psychological prediction. I know it is not only a prediction, it is also called as a psychological prediction, which is clearly a black box. So this black box, if I give this input, whether the sustenance has been there. In that one thing I can say that, suppose we are watching a reels for 90 seconds. If I watch from the first frame to the 19th frame, then I'm saying that I'm interested towards the frame. This is one of the aspects of the black box. I'm not saying this is the one aspect. This is the one of the aspects. Suppose 90 frames in this Insta Reels, I'm going to watch the first Reels and second frame, third frame, and fourth frame up to 19th frame, 90 frame. Suppose I'm watching only 5 frames and swiping out, which means that I'm not interested towards that Reels. Suppose I'm watching for 45, then I'm interested that it is 50% I'm like, whereas 50% I don't like it. So this is all the predictions. So what has to be predicted? That's what the thing is that. The thing is different with the high accurate machine learning model. Machine learning model make a prediction. So always a prediction only. Whether my participants are interested in my classes or not, whether the participants are using the social media with effectively or not, everywhere it is prediction. Cyclone is a one kind of prediction. How long it takes times to cross it, what is the speed of the cyclone, how it is going to rise and what time it is going to come. All those things are model. And nowadays you can see that everything we can sit in the live and we can go with the telecast of what is happening in and around Chennai with the help of cyclone. So now you can see if there is a net connection is disconnected, we cannot able to gather the information. Since the net connection is there, we can able to go through all the predictions of what all the things is happening in and around India. So these are all the things are there. And even also you can see that high accurate machine learning model make a prediction and what kind of drug should be administered to the patients, even in the medical level also. Whether we can give an anesthesia of this level or this much level, all those things will be predicted by the machine learning model, not by the human being, not by the human analysis. So that. Consider that evaluation of a paper. Evaluation of paper has been done by the machine. Evaluation of the paper has been done by the human being. Both are entirely different. Since I have a personal feelings, I may be affected with some personal feelings and I'm going to evaluate the paper. It can be also possible. So when I have my personal feelings and I'm going to evaluate the paper, my concentration is towards my personal feelings, not towards the content of the paper. The same thing, it has been done by an AI mission, where a machine learning model is going to predict the answers. Then there is no personal feeling at all, only a black box. So I'm going to give this input and it is going to be evaluated, whether the content is present or there or not. For 16-mark question, as a human being, if you want to evaluate the papers, you can evaluate and you can put it as 10 or 20, 10 or 15 or 16. You can put it. It may be changes from time to time. The same paper I'm giving for 10 times to you, the mark will not be same. The mark will be different since we are all a human being. That's the one limitations from the human side. The same paper I'm going to give it for 5 days and I want to evaluate it without saying the name and the register number. What happened? Do you think that the mark will be same or different? Of course, I'm saying that the mark will be different since we are all a human being. What happened if I give it to AI for all the 5 days? All the 5 days, the output will be of same because of the model which has been generated by the machine, which is giving a more accuracy than the human being. This is what the difference between the machine and AI when you go for the evaluation of the system. If you use an evaluation of the systems of this paper. So this is all the things we have to consider. Even sometimes there is a positive in human valuation. There is some positive in the AI valuation also. Some negative in the human valuation, some negative in the AI valuation also. So these are all the things we have to, wherever it is positive, we have to take an advantages. Suppose you can ask the question, sir, which one is very effective? Lime or XI or SAP? I can't able to say which one is very effective, right? Each one had their own features. Each one had their own functionalities in order to establish their model. So I can't able to say Lime is very effective or SAP is very effective or ELI5 is very effective. Just like saying which students are best students. We can't able to say that. Each students have their own talent at their own functionalities and own features. And we should not degrade the students or degrade the participants such that you don't have this kind of knowledges. They have some specialization in their own criteria. So we try to find out them and we have to encourage them. So this is what the thing is there. And you can see that interpretive model of machine learning model, which is of wrong prediction also, there is a limitations is also there. As I said that there is something which is coming under the negative part. We cannot be able to say 100%. A little appetite of wrong prediction when compared to the former. From the previous execution, there may be a little. That's what I told that. And it become a necessary how the model is arriving at the solution, how it is going to generate the solution. So this is also very important. And model interpretation is also important for solution for the business people, very important. When you come as a business, right? If you come as a service, no problem. If I come as a business, I have to take part everything. Why 24 participants are today, whereas previous day 34 participants are there? What is the reason behind that? There is a less of participants. Then I have to think about the functionalities, why it is, in order to improving if I'm a business person. Or if I want to be a good trainer, I want to know that how I have to attract the participants and to retain the participants till the end of the session. So these are all the minute points we have to generate an algorithm and we have to go here. And who don't care about the code, that's very important. Suppose the participants don't have a coding skills, really it is tough for them to understand this Lime or SAP or LI5. If they have a basic understanding, that's enough here. So if the person is not interested in coding and they want to do with the XAI, it is possible, means it's somewhat tough. So must have a basic skill. That's what. Who don't care about our code and fancy of loss of function that has been used here. So you don't need to worry about the code, but you should know that how to take the code and you have to elaborate here. So these are all the things we have to come for the interoperability, and they just model should solve the problem. At last, we are coming for one thing is that I want to predict the level of inputs and I want to go with the outputs in the positive manner with a high percentage of accuracy. That's the ultimate goal for this explainable AI. And especially model agnostic model, which has been coming here. So this is all the things we have to be make it here. So this is what now we are moving here with ELI packages. As I told that ELI is also having a Python packages. So Python is a one language which supports this XAI. That's all we can say that. So did remaining other languages is also that we have to search it because all the languages will not provide us the packages. Python is providing more packages. That's what Python is very popular nowadays. And we may not know what will going to be happen in the next 10 decades, next decades also. So this is what about the packages, which is inspect the machine learning classifiers and their prediction. And also they are going to use one algorithm, which is called as a debug algorithm. And we are going to use packages like sklearn and xboost and chatboots or keras. These are all one big version. If I want to take a class for 2 days, even I can take a class for 1 week for sklearn. So these are all different types of packages which has been used in the XLI5. So this is what the thing is here. And to begin with this, now we go here with the model interpretations. So we take a data set from the problem. And I'm using an article. For example, I'm taking some data sets here. This is about a social network ads. The ads provide in the social network. So it is in the Hegel website. You can see I can go for minimizing and I can come here. Right. Anyway, okay. You can see this is a social network ad, which is available in the Hegel website. So that you can see the data sections here about the data set, what this data sets consist of, right? And you can see the code here. This is about the data card and what are all the other things is also here. You can see here. So this is available and there are more than 43 codes has been generated by the Hegel by the different percent of analysis of social ads. what type of ad it is needed. So these are all the things is that. So now I'll go with my presentation. So I'm going to use the data set and we are going to predict whether the user has purchased a product by clicking the advertisement. This is one important thing. So many ads will be coming on while watching a Insta Reels or while watching a YouTube channels or any other social media, as you can see that. How many user or how many viewer have clicked the ad and gone through the ad? That's the one data we have to take it. If you watch the ad in the Insta Reels, suppose you any social media app is coming here, purchase app. So you're clicking that app and the appropriate product, automatically you will get a mail and ads in some other social media also. This is all not a tracking. This is all a kind of a services. So if I click the advertisement, what kind of age, you can see the parameters we are using here, gender, age, and salary. So what kind of viewer or what kind of user is going to click that ad and whether they have purchased the product and how many, what kind of age person are purchasing this ad, whether the college students or the employers or employees, they are going to purchase what kind, which gender is very familiar, whether male or female. This is a kind of an analysis which is coming through the ELI5 using a Python languages which supports the Python. So now I'm moving here, the next thing. So we are going with the 5 steps. So I have to install ELI5. It's also a packages. So it is a folder, or we can say that it is a shelf. Like in a home, we are having a kitchen like a shelf. And importing libraries. What are all the libraries we needed? We can go for import and import the data set. So I'll come with the code here itself. You can see these are all the codes here. If you're looking at the code, of course, sir, once again, code, it is the biggest problem for it to understand. No need to understand. Just listen. That's enough. I'm going to import pandas, numpy, cbond, and ELI5 packages, ELI packages. If you go to the net and you can see that I want to make it a search here, right? So I'm going to search here and just a normal search, ELI Python packages, right? You search it here so that you can get a lot of things there. So you can see there is a Python packages. So all the packages, this is a one official website provided by Python, python.org, and you can see here this pip install ELI. So if you put ELI, you can see these are all the code of import of ELI, and you can see what all the things can be downloaded here. So if you want, you can download and install here. Otherwise, you can go with straight away with a command prompt. And I can type here. It is so first I have to check the version. So I'm checking the version. And next one, it is so pip install of ELI5. Automatically it will be installed. That's why now Python is very familiar for all the persons, including the researchers, including the developers. Everyone are using the Python. So it's very simple. You no need to worry about the thing. Only thing is you have to understand what parameter, what is my problem. For my problem, what I have to come out, and in that output, what method I have to use it. That's the only thing you have to understand. Don't get too much confused. What is your goal? What is your input? What is your output? For this, what I have to get it from ELI. So which method I have to use it? You no need to be a programmer. Only the programmer has to do it, not like that. If you are not a programmer also, it is very easy so that we can able to track the data and code also. And especially if you go for ChatGPT, it will provide everything. Whatever you needed, you give an explanation detail so that it will generate the code and you can copy the code and you can run it here. So you can see this is about here. So I'm using a sklearn as I told, and I'm going to import a decision tree classifier. So as a supervised algorithm, we can go with a decision tree classifier. Whichever algorithm you want, you can use it, either a C4.5, or if you want, you can use a decision tree. So any algorithm, whichever you are interested, you can import by just spelling the word of import decision tree classifier. This is just like a simple thing, right? I want to work in a firewood. I want to cook a food in a firewood or gas stove or induction stove, which is comfortable, means induction stove is comfortable. What about rice cooker? Electric rice cooker is even too fast. So that we no need to go about worry about the induction stove also. I'm going to use everything with the electric rice cooker in order to make a cooking a rice. Just like that only. Just like an electric cooker rice, once it is cooked, it will be automatically off. The same way this XAI is also doing with the help of ELI5. And I'm going to import for data pre-processing, I'm going to import a label encoder. And next, I'm going to import a train the model. And you see here, I download the file. If you want, I can show it also. I download the data set and I have kept the data set is also here. Right. And you can see this is a social network ad data set I have downloaded. If you want, you can download, or if you want, you can go with the online itself. So I have downloaded the data set, which is available in the Kaggle, and you can see the zeros. You can see how many parameters you are using. You're using a 4 parameters: user ID, gender, age, estimated, and purchase. So one, it is called purchase. The only one which reflects that the person is purchased. You can see the age, it is of 32. And the one, it is of male 47, male 45, male 46, female 48, male 45, 47, and you can look at the amount here. So from that, you have to come to conclude that whether providing the ad in the social media is effective or not. Then what kind of ad is supported by the viewers or the visitors? So these are all the things we are going to predict. That's what we are coming here. So this is about data head. So this is what has been displayed for data preparation and data pre-processing. Of course, there may be an error, or there may be a filtering is needed. So that, or you need a free data features also, you can able to do it here, or pre-processing can also be done. Suppose if some data may be of null. Due to while transferring the data from the applications to the database, also some data may be missed. So this is also missing values can also be find out with the help of data pre-processing. The next thing you can see here, this is about data preparation and pre-processing. So I want to split the data into an independent and dependent variable. What do you mean by if I take the variables alone, I can able to identify. If I want to depends upon male 43 spending 35,000, so all are dependent. Suppose I'm not purchased, nothing is going to be. I'm not going to consider the person who is purchased, not purchased. I'm going to consider only the persons who is going to purchase the product during the advertisement. So whether I can provide an ad or not. Okay. How many viewers has been viewed? Among that, how many are going for clicking the advertisement ad? How many of them are not clicking the ad? So this is also you have to consider here. So based on that, this is the core. You can see that print the independent variables in here and prints the dependent variable. So I want to make an independent variable and dependent variable. You can see here, X is equal to data of I allocation, that is memory allocation of 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to make it first 3 variables as a independent variables, and the last one it is called as a dependent variable, purchased or not purchased. So this is the simple code. So if you use a ChatGPT also, it will support you in order to make your 2 code generators here. So you can see this is what the thing is there. So independent variable, what is the independent variable? Gender, age, and estimated salary. And dependent variable is always called as a purchase. Whether it is going to be purchased or not purchased, it depends upon the depending the variable. So this is also coming here with the encoder. And now the encoder is also very familiar when you come for the data science and all, they're using the encoder concepts here. So this is what the thing. And next, I'm going to train the model. Now only we are going to train the model. So we are going some classifiers. So I'm going to use a one classifier. It is called as a DTC, which is called as a decision tree classifier. Even if you go for random tree classifiers or that, if you go through the net and check how many classifier methods are available in Python. Simply, I'm typing here and I'm showing here. I'll go here and I'll type it here. You can check it here. If you want, you can use any AI tool also. I'm not aware of AI tool. So list out the classifier, right? Available in Python. Just if you type that, you can see that what all the classifiers is available in Python. We can go here. So you can see what are all the classifiers. We can see the classification of algorithms in Python. You can see all the things are there. So from the web itself, you can take all the details here and you can see the classification algorithm and what are all the classifiers using Python you can see here. So the list of classifiers, this is also Python website you can see here. So this is a Python website which has been given here with all the different types of classifiers and frameworks, and such that I'm saying that everything is a big portion. We can't able to search everything in the big ocean. So whichever is needed, we can't able to explore also. Even if I say Python is a big ocean. We can't able to go through all the areas to cover. Which side you are going here, that side you have to come here. So either it is a research side or a statistics side or data science side or analytical side or development side. So everything is supported by Python. So if you are interested on which side, you have to decide which path you have to go it here. So here I'm coming here with step 5. It is about model training. So we are using a decision classifiers with X training and Y training. As usual, you know that how to train the data, and we are using all the features of here, which one is best and which one is here. So this is about model training. And next we are coming here, it is about model testing, how to test the data. So if I'm going to give a sample data, what will be the output of this program? So this is coming under model testing. And now I'm going for the next one. It is of model evaluation. So totally 7 steps for implementation of ELI. That is of explainable. I am in 5. So this is here we are going to use with a classification report. See, I'm using a one method. It is called as a classification report, confusion matrix. Whereas when you go for research side, we have to write a separate chapter for confusion matrix alone. What is the performance evaluation? What is the formula for accuracy? What is the formula for precision? All those things I have to generate, and I have to give the set, and I have to write a separate algorithm in order to implement, and I have to generate the report, and I have to compare with my existing or innovative model to show that my research has been completed. So for that, you can see I'm using only one method. It is called as a confusion matrix, which is used to predict the testing and predicted values automatically. So that is what we are saying, that this ELI5 will be here. Sir, where we have used this ELI5? In the first line itself, I told that you can see here, import ELI5 as ELI. So wherever I'm using the term ELI, it is called as an explainable IM5 here. So this is what the thing is there. And you can see the output will be of as a confusion matrix. You can see that confusion matrix of precision, recall, FI score, on average accuracies or weighted accuracies, everything can be displayed in the step 7. So this is about a model evaluation. And in model 8, we are going to predict what happened the sample, what is the rate, just like yes or no concept, true or false, true or false, true or false, age 40, above 40 or below 40, yes or no. Once again, what is the salary, above 50 or below 50? Once again, whether they are purchased or not purchased, both the category. I'm drawing a tree like a structure in order to make the model interruptions, in order to make it very effective. So this is all the things we have to consider for step 8. It is about model interruptions. And these are all the things here. So what is the contribution features of the probability and the top features? So what is the age? You can see here what age is purchasing. It is called as the age of 53. And estimated salary, it is around 34,000. So these are the people are majorly focusing on purchasing by seeing the ad during watching the social media. As per the given data set, these are the things has been done here. So this is about model 8 here. And now you can see, now I'll come here. So this is the end of the model interruptions, which has been done with the help of ELI5, right? So this is about a model interruptions. Now I want to compare all the three. See, I'm not saying that which one is very effective, which one is very dull. We can't able to predict also. You can't able to say also which language is very topmost, which language is very less. We can't say that. But I can say that there is a one website, which is, I'll show that. You can see that. Like there is a one website I forgot. Anyway, I'll tell that website name. It is of PI report index. That index websites will show that what is the current leading softwares or current leading packages, which is in the very topmost. So now I go for comparison. So when I come for comparison, look at the key features of agnostic. Agnostic, it is just like a linear model, mainly focusing on model of agnosticism, works with any machine learning model. And next one, we are saying that it is about methodology. What are all the methodology we are going to use it here, and output. It is about the key features, concepts of LIME here. So this is the important key features of LIME. For the past 3-day workshop, we are mainly focusing on LIME. And strength and weakness. I'm saying that it is not weakness, it is a limitations alone. Strength is easy to understand, and we can go with the variable algorithms with the specific predictions for debugging. But when I come for limitations, only computation. What is meant by computation problem is that we can't able to go exactly. It can be of only of approximately. I can't say that accurate. I can say that the keyword it is of approximate. And the result maybe varies. That's what I'm saying, that the result maybe varies, just like a human being also. If I correct the same paper for 3 days with three different times, the mark will also be different. It will not be the same. So this is about the comparisons which has been made by the lines here. And next one, we are saying about SAP. So it is mainly for the prediction and ensuring a mathematical concepts. Very important. It's mainly focusing on ensuring a mathematical concept. And also it is used for plotting the data like that. So this is about the SAP key features. And here we are coming here with a strength. Strength, it is of theoretical foundations and also local and global interpretability, and limitations. You can see the complex model of data sets. So this is what the coming under the strength and weakness of SAP here. And when I come for ELI5, it is very mainly focusing on the output and especially a decision tree or tree-based model, and it is combined with an output of user-friendly visualization, mainly focusing on user-friendly visualization. So this is about the comparisons of line, SAP, and LI. And one more thing I would like to suggest, you can see there is one journal which has been provided clear detail about the review of explainable artificial intelligence. Of course, this is recent papers which has been published in the net only. You can take down this also. Interpreting of black box model, that's what very important. If you are a researchers mainly focusing on black box model with explainable artificial intelligence, so you can create a model for your applications and it will be very effective and mainly focusing on XI. And you can see here, it is mainly termed as a black box. I can't able to now, you can see that previous 10 minutes to the 24 participants are there. Now only for 20 participants are there. So it is a black box. I may not know why these 4 participants are left out. What is the reason for left out during the class session? It may be anything, maybe a power failure due to cyclone, maybe a data not availability, maybe internet is not available, maybe he is not interested to listen, maybe he is not have a mood to listen the classes also. So these are all the black box queries. So pi 1, I have to take that maybe of cyclone, pi 2, maybe of power failure, pi 3, maybe of net failure, pi 4, maybe of not interested to, pi 6, maybe of bored, maybe of mood problem or psychological problem or something can be happen. So all these considerations, I have to think about that, what kind of my participants are there. So this is what about the black box model. And we can see that. So only by the way of the number, I can say it is a transparency model, but I can't able to say that why the participants has left during these sessions. So these are all the theoretical. That's what it's mainly applied and theoretical researchers only for the research. So I want to go that if I come for the next workshop, I should be aware of it. How I have to retain my participants, even though he may be busy in the schedule, I want to retain the participants. All those things are to be considered here. So this is what about the here, and you can see the objectives and structures of XAI. As usual, the same thing it is of that. And you can go here. This is very important. I'll come here with a smaller size. Of course, this has been taken from the, don't make any legal issues. Just I have viewed from the papers and just I want to explore it. So this is a total exploration of a black box model. Interpret of right from the go with the cyclic procedure, objective and structure, fundamental concept of XAI, fundamental concept of background, need for XAI and XAI evaluation framework, challenges evaluating, and a discussion and reflection. So this is the overall structure of interoperability or interpretability of black box model. So ultimately, you have to find out what is the reason behind the listener or the problem, why they are not watching the reads. This is all the thing. So this is what the AI's prediction is going on with the XAI, explainable AI. And mainly we are coming here with the black box model. Then what is white box model? White box model is clarity with full transparency. Black box model, I may not know what kind of, I can able to take the participants, 20 participants are here, leave out 4. 17 participants, what age, what is their designation, what is their employee, what is their salary, why they are coming and sitting and listening this workshop. So I have to provide a one model with the help of decision tree. Of course, I can take it. And at last, I can come with a probability, how much persons or how much percentage, I can't say exactly, how much percentage are interested in this workshop, how many percentage are not interested in the workshop. If the number of percentage is more, then as a speaker, I can comfortable. If the number of percentage is more in the negative area, then the speaker, as I have to regenerate or I want to remodify the way of I'm taking the classroom. So this is about the interval of machine learning model. And this is what you can see all the explanations has been given with the technological terms is used here and different applications domains of AI. That's what I want to come here. Where all these domains can be used for XAI. So I am having a three. One thing is transport. I think the participants asking clearly. Now I can give the clear data. The participants can go with either the transportation, how far I can reach. Now, if I want to reach Chennai, suppose I am in Bangalore, I want to come to Chennai right now. Now, how many levels I am going to cross it? Because due to heavy rain, the traffic will be of low. I can't able to travel as fast as if there is no cyclone. So transport, medical diagnosis, and physical, finance also. Whether the trading, whether I can buy the share today or whether I can buy the tomorrow with the help of black box model, I can go here. So this is all the researchers has been done here. Anyway, I do not go, I'm not publishing the papers. I'm saying that these are all the kind of application domains where we can use this one. So very important, what is the need of XAI? Explainable, need of reasoning, and very important is the need for innovation. If you have a very good innovation in order to implement the applications with the help of XIA, then it's good. So that we need a good innovation and we want it. That's what I'm coming here. So if all the education system is changes and all the evaluation of the papers should be done by AI, then think about the education system level prediction. Suppose a class of 60 students are there. All the 60 students or papers are evaluated by the human being for 3 days. Same paper, same person going to evaluate for 3 days. Okay. Whether the same mark they will receive. Answer is we can't predict. The same thing, all the 60 papers is going to evaluate by three AI machines, same day, same time, same 3 days. Then you can see that answer. This is what the comparisons between the human and AI. Where the human is always psychological factor, where AI is always a model of agnostic method. That's the very important thing. We are going here with a model. So this is what about the XAI, right? So I think with that, I'm coming here with a comparison of all those things so that I would like to thank all the participants for the past 3 days who given involvement in listening my classes. And now it's time for your query sessions for this Lime and XA and about a SAP also. And I need your suggestion and feedback also. How about these 3-day workshops? So that I can stop my sharing and I pass the queries to the participants, please. Is there any queries? Is there for the participants? Any queries? Is there participants, please? Yes. You're giving a feedback. Right? Sir, inform the feedback. Yeah. There will be a feedback link will be passed to you. Sorry, I forgot here. There will be a feedback link will be sent to you. Please give all the participants. I request you to give the feedback. Whatever your suggestion or whatever the feedback you want, you can provide it so that it will be helpful for you to go there. Yes, we will share. I will share the PPTs. All the three PPTs will be passed in the group. So I need your suggestion also. And I need your feedback. And the feedback form also will be sent to you. Please, I request everyone to fill the feedback form and give the informative suggestions in order to upcoming this academy. So what is the next workshop we can able to do it and how far or whether you want any changes or any model prediction as a black box. As a black box, I would like to go here. So the feedback link has been sent in the chat room. Please, I request everyone to give the feedback link. All the participants are requested to please take 2 minutes time to give the feedback and review. And the suggestion about my classes for the past 3 days, because you are being with me at past 3 days for the 3 sessions, so that I need your kind feedback here. If you have any queries also, you can ask me so that I will be waiting here. No, the feedback link is in the chat group. Now you can see in the chat room, you can see the feedback link also. Already the feedback link has been posted in the chat room link. So I request the participants to go through the chat room link and you can get it, right? And I'll come with the messages. Thank you. Is there any queries or any suggestions? Please, I request all the participants to give you the suggestion of my session. What is the model of bias? Right, let me come here. One question is there, what is the, sorry, I can't able to look at the screen. Yeah, what is the acceptable bias in model? Acceptable by, ma'am, I don't have clear idea, without idea. Anyway, I'll send the suggestions to you. Through the mail, I will suggest you. Because I can't able to prompt unnecessarily in the social media or in the media, online media without knowing the concepts. Anyway, I will go through that and I'll come back. Okay. Any other feedback session? See, I request all the participants to give it suggestion and knowledgeable information. Sir. Thank you very much. Motivational and valuable suggestion. Thank you very much. Yeah, sir. I will provide all the 3 days slide and it will also be available in the Academy website. And the entire video session is also available in the academic website so that you can download the videos whenever you are free and you can go through the same concepts and you can, whatever the link I have been provided, I will provide the PPTs also so that it will be available in our website and the video link is also available so that you can get it from that. Okay. Thank you very much for all the participants. So that if possible, we will meet in some other sessions of the workshop, right? Thank you very much.
Contact RCHUB International Foundation for Research and Education. WhatsApp 9888 231 231.